Hi there, welcome back to the dojo. This is Russ Leach, I'm the comic book black belt, and this is an inaugural video. This is my first video that is going to catalogue my development on, or the development of my new book, Only Death Can Save Us. Finally pulled the trigger and I'm producing work for it. I've produced 8 pages of pencils, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. What I wanted to do is catalogue the whole process, as it were. So if you want to keep track of what I'm doing, the best places to do that is to hit me up on Twitter, go to my websites, russleach.com, onlydeathcansavus.com, comicbookblackbelt.com, and there will be a link to the email subscription list. Again, all those links are in the description of the video below, and sign up for the email subscription list. There will be perks in that list, there will be free stuff at some point, and it's the best way to keep up with what I'm doing. I will not fill your inbox up with loads and loads of gumph. It will be just important updates, and that will be it, so that you can be up to date with what I'm doing, and most importantly with the book. So like I say, this is a first video of a series of videos, and what I'm trying to do is be candid as possible and catalogue my development of this book. So I want to be as transparent as possible. The idea being is that people can see this book actually being created, being put into production. Obviously I'm not going to show every second of every piece of production, but it's a catalogue of how I came up with the ideas, how I came up with the script, my building of that script, the characters, their environments, and the reasons for it, and the inspirations behind it. So like I say, this is not a tutorial. This is going to be a candid, honest catalogue of how I'm producing my graphic novel, and hopefully it can serve as a lesson to other people producing graphic novels, not in a tutorial teaching way, but simply just because you can see the mistakes that I might make or the things that I might get right. Now, I do have previous, I have got experience. I've done 2 graphic novels for Marcosia, where I was the penciler and inker for both, and I was also the designer on the book jackets and the editorial aspects as well. So I know my way around creating books for publishing. I've also done a run on Doctor Who, and I did the pencil and inking on that, and also a run for Cartoon Network on Ben 10, which I did the colour and some of the design for as well. If you're a regular viewer, or if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. You already know that. If you're new to the channel, then obviously that's new news to you. But what I'm trying to say there is that I have experience in doing this. I'm not just coming at it cold. So hopefully that will help me, that will aid me in the process. But it will also show that, I would imagine I'll make mistakes along the way, and it doesn't matter how much experience you've got. You're going to have to take note of the possible pitfalls at every stage. Like I say, this is the first of a series of videos where I'm going to try and be as honest and as open about the process that I'm going through, about the snags along the way, about the good aspects, about how I came up with the ideas, how they formed, how they became a reality, as it were. I'm no great writer. I don't claim to be a great writer, but I do have a long and deep love of comics, especially Bronze Age comics, which is effectively, its inspirations. This book has its inspirations in the Bronze Age, both artistically and from a writing perspective. I've already had the script looked at by a professional editor. The professional editor on the book is Tim Quinn. He has a lot of previous experience with Marvel and other publishers, from some time ago. He's been in the business a long time, and also very much in the media business. So he knows his stuff. So I think that's, if anything else, from an advice perspective, get an editor, especially if you're not 100% convinced that your writing is absolutely on par. But it's good to have the support and the help, and obviously editors will pick out stuff not just at the script stage, but also every pass through the artwork and the finished laying down of text and what have you, of word bubbles and what have you. So that's that aspect of it. I'm also going to show core design aspects, so how I produced characters and how those characters are part of the environment. As I say, I'm very much inspired by the Bronze Age, and what I'm trying to get is a kind of you might be able to see it from the illustrations that I'm showing at the moment on screen. What I'm trying to get is a kind of a sort of an Asgardian Thor vibe, whereas you've kind of got a realm outside of normal reality that interacts with reality, and that outside realm, that ethereal realm, is still very real, especially when it interacts with our part of existence. So I wanted to get that kind of vibe, and then on top of that, the whole artistic vibe as well. Is I'm very much driven by that look. So not hyper realistic, but good fun aspects, and that's in the story as well. I've said this before. Action, not violence, romance, not sex, story above all else. That's what I'm going for here, and it's going to be an all ages book. And what I mean by all ages is that I will not be talking down to anybody. It's a book that anyone can read. I would imagine there'll be the odd bleeped out swear word, for instance, because every age knows that it goes on, but you don't have to explicitly write it in. So it's that's what I was saying about it being inspired by the Bronze Ages and those kind of comics. It's like it's for everybody. So I'll be looking at those aspects as far as how I came up with the idea, the environment I've tried to create for the characters, the story, the world, the characters themselves, the inspirations behind them, and then the actual development themselves. I've got some screen capture of me drawing the designs, and they'll be in future videos as well. So here we are. This is the first video. Like I say, I've pulled the trigger. This is all about me being absolutely open about what I'm doing, about the honesty of the development of the process, the snags, the upsides, everything to it, and laying it down for the channel for anybody who wants to see it. I've actually already hit a snag, not a bad one. The way that I want to do it is I'm not 100% sure exactly how I'm going to publish. I may go to publishers. In fact, I will send the first 8 pages a package to some publishers, but I'm also looking at crowdfunding. And actually, if you're on the email list and you are one of the funders, you get a perk. You'll be getting something extra in the package. There's no doubt about that. Something else I wanted to do for perks as well was actually have some of the artwork, because I'll be doing it all digitally, but some of the artwork will be real artwork, and that'll be on the perk list, so people will be able to get physical artwork from this, physical inked boards. So like I was saying, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to pan out, combination of publisher or crowdfunding or whatever, and I wanted to be completely open about that. So I've got my first 8 pages penciled, they're ready to go. As far as I'm going to be inking and colouring and what have you. The snags that happen, and like I say, I've just hit a snag right now, is that I'm getting other work from other clients. So this is all me, this is my book, and what I wanted to do was have a good percentage of the book done and finished before I even got to a crowdfunding point, so that people could be absolutely convinced that this book was going to be there on day one of when I gave the release date. and having this video series as well would underpin that confidence in the book. Look, it's already there, you can see me doing it. The downside of being a professional artist full time, as it were, but I suppose this happens when you've got the side hustle as well, is that finding the time to do your own book. So I've just been hit with a very interesting project, a very exciting project that is to do with comics in its purest form, telling stories digitally. I can't really say any more than that, but it will be taking up a lot of my time. So I'm even though I'm pulling the trigger now and saying, right, this is the first video, this is it, I'm doing it, I haven't got the time that I wanted to have, but it will still happen because now I've committed to it, I've told the world, and it may be a little bit slower, but it's still going to happen. So stay tuned to the channel. If you've subscribed already, thank you so much for subscribing. It really means a lot that you have taken the time to hit that button, and you get the, ring the bell as well, hit the bell, so that you can get my videos on art and my book and all kinds of other aspects about comic books. So thanks for that. Thanks for subscribing. If you're not, please subscribe. Those that have subscribed on BitChute, thank you very much. Hit me up on Twitter and on Facebook. Visit my website. All the links are in the description. Again, sign up for the email subscription list. That's a really big thing. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me on this. This is the start of a journey, and hopefully you'll be sticking with me all the way through, and we'll end up with a book that that people can enjoy, that is entertaining, that is worth keeping and putting on your bookshelf, and that I'm very proud of. So that's it for now. Thanks for joining me in the dojo today, and I'll be back in a video again real soon. Bye bye. Thanks for watching Comic Book Black Belt. If you've enjoyed the content from this video, please like, share or subscribe, and come over and follow me on Twitter. It's been great having you in the dojo. See you again soon.